it's a nothing really. The referee doesn't give a penalty on the pitch, David Coote, and then we're watching it and he gets called over to the screen. Michael Oliver, I found out later, he's on VAR, calls him over. But the interesting thing for me was when David Coote went over, he must have watched it. I might be exaggerating, but it felt like 8 times. And I'm screaming at the television in the Winnebago that we have, the little room. I think he doesn't think this is a penalty. He's not having this. But he turns round and gives it the old, and does, he overturns his original decision, and it wasn't right.
That is one point, Alan. The other question is, we know VAR, as Howard Webb keeps telling us, is there for clear and obvious howlers.
Yes.
Is that anywhere near that category?
Nowhere near.
No. I actually agree with Ten Hag that if they sit you down at the start of the season and say that decisions like the one we saw today have to be clear and obvious, then I'm with Erik Ten Hag, because it wasn't clear and obvious. I watched this live and I saw nothing.
They score, then we score, but then to get the penalty with for me, a coming together is ridiculous, and we've managed to lose the game.
So unlucky, isn't he, the manager?
Yeah.
All the chances they've missed in the first half. Then someone who's sitting in a booth somewhere gives him a penalty. I mean, it was an awful decision. And unfortunately, it'll be less about Lopetegui's team, and it'll be all the talk will be about that awful decision.
Yeah, I just want to have the name of the guy who decided to at the beginning of the season to say, he has to be clear and obvious. I want the name because I want to call him and say that he has to quit, any responsibilities in football, because it doesn't mean anything. Where are the age where, you have to find if it's clear and obvious. Yeah, and I'm 100% with Ten Hag. I'm 100% with Stevie on the explanation. When you watch the game, it's not clear and obvious that De Ligt touch the West Ham player. But when you see, it's clear and obvious that he kicks him. So it doesn't mean anything. Is it clear and obvious or is not clear and obvious? So give me the name, find the name K, please. I will call him and we'll try to not be bothered next year with a stupid rule.
Jared Bowen scored a controversial 90th minute penalty as West Ham grabbed all 3 points over a wasteful Manchester United at the London Stadium to leapfrog Erik Ten Hag's side in the table. Casemiro looked to have rescued a point for the visitors after substitute Somerville scored the opener in the 74th minute. But there was drama in the final moments when referee David Coote was sent to the pitchside monitor by VAR Michael Oliver to examine a collision between Matthijs de Ligt and Danny Ings. Replays appeared to show the United centre-back and West Ham attacker coming together in the box, with Ings hitting the floor after some minimal contact with the defender's knee. And after a long review, the referee decided there was enough contact to warrant a penalty. Bowen stepped up and found the bottom corner to send his side up to 13th in the table, ahead of United on goals scored. The late penalty call will rightly be debated, but United should have been out of sight in the first half. They could have been 2 or 3-0 up before the break, with Diogo Dalot missing an open goal, Alejandro Garnacho hitting the bar, and a missed-headed chance by Bruno Fernandes. The pressure on Ten Hag will ramp up again as United stay rooted to the bottom half of the table with 14 points from 9 games, winning 3, drawing 2, and losing 4.